Testing voice. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me all well. Let me know if you're ready to race. Ladies and gentlemen, the Crux Cup is back for another go. Question is, who's gonna win? How are we doing today, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic time. We are back with some Crux Cup stuff. It's been a couple of months that, with all the racing that's been going on, it's time for another one. What do you say? Fantastic, Echo Bit. Thank you very much. So, Crux Cup. If you guys aren't aware, we had the Crux Cup Ahumahi Ring earlier this year. We saw some of the best flying races in the verse go into it and just have a great time, honestly, in my opinion. I think they had a fantastic time. I don't know why the music's not working. There we go. But we wanted something with a little bit more carnage. So we now have the brand new race, the Scarlet Apex, created by Echo Bit and Co. And today we're going to test it out. Today we're going to test it out with a little race, a little 30-minute race, and see what everyone can bring to the table. Now, the biggest thing about this race is it's not like the regular Crux Cup race. It's not like Ahumahi Ring where you just race for an hour, get as many laps in as you can as possible. No. Something has been activated, we shall say, as part of this race, which is, of course, distortion weapons. During this race, you may use distortion weapons to take out your opponents, and that's going to result in some carnage, but we need to test it out. We don't know how that's going to go. Hopefully it'll go good. Also, yeah, I do believe right now We are being streamed to Melbourne Bar Citizen, so hello Melbourne Bar Citizen. Unfortunately, Australia was not cool enough to get International Bar Citizen Day Bar Citizen, but the fantastic people at Southern Cross Alliance, and I know people like Algored and others, I'm 100% going to be missing some names, organized a little Bar Citizen, so I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I've got my drink. It's not alcoholic, but cheers. There you go. So the race is going to start very soon, and we're sort of going to go over what's going to happen. So you're going to have 30 minutes to get as many laps in as possible. And like I said, distortion weapons are live. The Crux Cup is set out a lot more like a Formula 1 race. So in the back end, we're going to have officials doing a lot of hard work. So if you do see one of those officials out in the verse, please make sure you thank them. Of all the races that I've done and participated in, the actual sort of back end of Crux Cup is one of the most impressive. Speaking of, the racing community has been absolutely taking off within the last 6 months. Stanton 7, Daymar Rally, XGR, SCR.GG, get in on it, has all been crushing. It's been really, really good to see. So many people out there getting some racing in. I am terrible at flying racing, but I absolutely love watching it. So, hey, it's worth it, you know? That's what I reckon. Hey, Spectre, thank you very much for the 3 gifted subs. Absolutely mad at that. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of just mostly wait here. Let's go over the teams while we're waiting for everyone to get set up. They're getting into their positions. They're getting their ships out. They will be doing a formation lap before they begin. So hopefully I'll catch that on the stream and be able to show you guys. So let's have a quick look. So I believe I have in chat somewhere. It's a little bit more informal today. But assuming that this race does work, assuming that everything around it goes well, I've been told by EchoBit that we're going to try to organize this race to be an official Crux Cup event later in the year, later some quarter this year, which would be pretty good fun, because from what I've seen, it's a pretty fantastic race. All right, so here is what we have. We have 11 teams today, and there's some pretty cool teams. You will recognize some of these names, starting off with Steve CC in Disaster Courier Services in a Cutlass Blue. And I believe he does have a turret gunner. I'm not exactly sure who their turret gunner is, but there we go. Actually, I do have a Google sheet for this. I am professional. Thank you, Spectre, for letting me know. I am very much into the mic. So Steve, Disaster Courier Services, Steve CC, and AGT Madcat, they're in the Cutlass Blue. They're going to be using a turret. We will see a couple of these teams are going to be racing in a multiplayer ship with a turret. And there are a couple of teams, I believe 2 or 3, that are using multiple ships, multiple single-seater ships. So like I said, we've got the Cutlass Blue, Sire Racing with Neojet and Salem Frost, huge names in the racing community, are in a Scorpius with turret. We have the original Hawks. This is Axior and Euro Trucker. We've got them in the 85X and the Hawk. You might remember Euro Trucker from the previous Crux Cup racing the Hercules through Armai Ring, but it was amazing to see. It was very, very fun. We have the Pink Party Panthers in Cat 740 and Rumged. They're going to be running a Super Hornet. We have Southern Cross Alliance in Trotstar and Titan Paragon, also in a Scorpius and a turret. We have Siricone, that is Elra 285 and Lin RDX, also Scorpius and turret. Looks like we've got a favorite ship for this race already. We have a Close Shave, which is a solo racer, Zolna in a Razor. We have 031, the racer name Massalad in an M50. We have the one that's probably the biggest one to watch out for, arguably the best flying racer in Star Citizen. We have Dollar Store EX featuring Splen and Dollar Store EZ in a Hurricane and a turret. That one's going to be concerning. We have Punch Buggy, a group from my community. We love Punch Buggy. So we have Herbie and Deployman, and they're actually in a C2 and an Arrow, apparently, which is a choice. And I fully appreciate it. That is an amazing choice. Where is Mardigan and his Herald? Yeah, where is Mardigan and his Herald? Come on, Mardigan, jeez. And we have, of course, XGR. XGR have thrown it in. Data Machine and Numinos, some absolutely fantastic races in a Razor LX and a Mustang Gamma. I also have Canadian Maverick in a 350R. I'm not 100% sure if he's solo or in a team or whatnot, but there we go. That's what we've got at the moment. Hello, Bar Citizen Melbourne. Someone should 100% stream the perspective of the bar. I'm just saying, so that I can show it on stream. That'd be very cool. Someone was going to originally. It might not have happened though. But that's okay. Either way, hello guys. Hope you're having a fantastic Bar Citizen. Unfortunately, it's in Melbourne, so I'm not there. So it's clearly the worst Bar Citizen of all time. Now, like I was saying, it's actually amazing that we can have some Bar Citizens in Australia when there's no structured Bar Citizen happening there as part of Bar Citizen Weekend. But like, we gotta show up, you know. We've gotta show them what it's like. Maybe I'll see you guys for a Sydney Bar Citizen soon. Who knows? Is the arrow going to be inside the C2? I don't believe so, but that would be hilarious. We're going to, but rules are a bit strict. Yeah, look, that's fair. That's fair. No arrow inside the C2, unfortunate. But hey, still a team to look out for. Surprisingly, from what I've heard of this racetrack, using a Hercules in this racetrack isn't crazy. No worries, Echo. Alright, so they're going to get started. While they're getting started, let's go have an actual look at the track itself. Those are cameras. There we go. So this is the track itself. So we're about 87 kilometers away from Grimhex, and you've got this little asteroid here that's connected to a bunch of other asteroids. And it's a fairly simple circuit. You will see a lot of sort of flipping around as they come around some of these turns. I've been watching some of the runs on scr.gg, which you should check out as well. So it's been pretty interesting to see. Obviously, it's going to be very different with distortions active, which is why, even though I'm looking at Splen Shepherd, you know, won the Orison Challenge for Invictus. Absolutely crushed it with a sub 155, I believe, or a 155.03, something absolutely insane like that. Was crushing the first round of XGR last weekend. But how is he in combat? I have no idea how he is in combat, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see how those, you know, racing chops fare up in this. Hello there, Papa Zuzu. How are we doing? But yeah, it's a relatively straightforward track for the most part. Let's see if we can have a look at one of... Who we got? Hello there, Spartadaris. How you doing? They've got a nice little light-up zone too. I'm gonna say it is a fantastic place to start off with. There you go. So that's Axior. What a neat little ship. You'd never see this ship out, which is nice. It's nice to actually see it for once. Here we go. We've got Euro Trucker in the Hawk. I will go through the vehicle lineup again. So what we are looking at today is we have, once again, so Disaster Courier Services. So that's Steve CC and AGT Madcat in a Cutlass Blue and turret. Sire Racing, which is Neojet and Salem Frost in a Scorpius and turret. We've got the original Hawks, which is Axior and Euro Trucker. They're in an 85X and a Hawk. The Pig Party Panthers, which is Cat 740 and Rumged, are in a Super Hornet. We've got Southern Cross Alliance, which is Trotstar and Titan Paragon, also in a Scorpius. We have Siricone, I believe I'm saying that correctly. Let me know in the chat. We have Elrod 285 and Leonard X in a Scorpius. Clearly the Scorpius is the most impressive, honestly. We've got like, what, 3 races using the Scorpius today. We have a Closed Shave, which is Zolno using a Razor. We've got 031 using an M50. Dollar Store EX, which is Splen, and Dollar Store Easy are using a Hurricane and a turret. Punch Buggy, which is Herbie and Deploy Man. That's my community getting out there. They are using a C2 and an arrow, and then XGR are using, which is Data Machine and Numinos, they're using a Razor, Alexa, Mustang Gamma, and finally Canadian Maverick in a 350R. They can, in fact, EMP, so distortions are allowed. EMPs are also allowed. We heard in the briefing just before they started getting organized for the race. Which is going to be pretty dope. So it'll be interesting to see what the Hawks can do. I don't know how effective they're going to be against something like the Scorpius, because I believe the Scorpius has 2 power plants. Don't quote me on that. Someone in chat will probably correct me. But against some of the smaller vehicles, that's probably going to be a one-shot if they get close enough. Now, once again, remember, this is Crux Cup. So we do have a lot of rules in the Crux Cup about making sure that you're not too close to the other players and that you're not hindering anyone's lines, that sort of thing. But we do still have weapons active. Distortion is still active, so I don't know. It's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting. Here we go. Let's have a look at deploy, man. There we go. One of our communities right there. Dollar Store. So Dollar Store and Splen. Obviously it makes sense. Splen's going to be the racer in this team. Chuck and Dollar Store in the turret. What else we got? Let's check out Neojet for Sire. Oh yeah, Neojet in the Scorpius. So it looks like Neojet's going to be flying for that team. Once again, objective, you got 30 minutes, as many laps as you possibly can. But make sure you're shooting your opponents. Get them out of power. If you're lucky, they'll tumble and slam into a meteor. That's going to be the biggest thing, I think, is you will actually see player eliminations by proxy. Just because distortions are active doesn't mean you're not going to ram into literally everything. As we all know, the most powerful weapon is momentum. That was very cringe what I just said. 07 Craven, how you doing? Fair enough, Abby. Most powerful weapon is love. Damn. You right. So we're 4 minutes away from race start. I believe we will be doing, like I said, a formation lap to start off with. So the first lap won't count, but then afterwards we should be all good. How's everyone doing at the Melbourne Bar, Citizen? My brain didn't work. I hope it was a good time, party, something. And most importantly, who are you rooting for? I've got to root for Team Punch Buggy. I have to. Drinking game, every kill you take a shot. Alright, you heard it from Naylor himself, guys. Make sure you are spending some shots at that bar. Do that anyway. We should make the competitors do it. If the competitors have to take a shot every time they die, but you make it like a 4-hour-long race, it'd get very interesting by hour 3. I can tell you that much. Just waiting a little bit longer. We should have, during the race, most likely, we should have some results coming up in the top left. But sort of got to wait 100%. Not super sure it's going to work immediately. First time ship racer, you'll do fine. Deploy man, I believe in you. Look how well you did during the boxing match last weekend. You'll do great. I did have officials communication up on my phone, but then I messed up because I'm dumb. There we go. So I could be going past some of the races here. I believe it's as soon as they finish the formation lap, Naylor. All right, here we go. Echo bit. Formation lap is starting, so they can go 50 meters a second as they come around through the track. And then when the formation lap ends, rather, we'll be getting started. Hello there, Dark Skynet. Salem and Neojet. We've got Salem Neojet fan in the house. Gonna have to disagree with you there. Nah, Salem and Neojet are legends in the racing community. The Scarlet Apex, ladies and gentlemen. Brand new race of the Crux Cup. Bringing more and more flying races to the verse. Sure is, Madcap. Just gonna make sure that I do have the correct results page. You never know. Could be. Yeah, looks like the right one. Cool. Alright, formation lap has started. You can see they're going around the track already. Cold tires first lap. Cold tires first lap, of course. Never forget that. Alright. Do-do-do-do. So they're going to be going around this track pretty slowly for their formation lap. Don't worry about it too much, but the second that they're done, we're going to see them absolutely speed through. In fact, I'm really curious. I want to have a look at... Do we have a view of Splen? We do. This is the guy. This is the guy. I do believe as well Splen is actually streaming his perspective proper. So if you do want to go watch from the perspective of one of the races, go check out Splen. But if you want to chill here, you should chill here. Watching Mad Cat. I mean, for a race like this, you got to make sure the cops are in force, right? The Cutlasses should be actually really interesting. I wonder how they're going to fare up against the Scorpius. Obviously, they don't have the speed of the Scorpius, but the turret placement is quite nice. Mitch, thank you very much for the 14-month Prime sub. Appreciate it. Don't worry, guys. I won't be calling those out during the entire stream. Just right now while we're in formation lap. Alright, let's go back to Echo. About halfway through the formation lap. 30G boost on VTOL. Ooh, that is very interesting, actually, Mad Cat. Yeah. That is very interesting. So remember, as obviously there are prizes to this race, which are very important. But probably the more important thing is that this is a test. So that we can see what we might need to change to make this an official Crux Cup race with some larger prizes, some qualifying laps, that sort of thing. Best lap time in practice was unverified 26 seconds. Woo! Ooh, we're going to see some speed. Cal, thank you very much for the 4-month Prime sub. Needs more space spikes. I'm not 100% sure that they aren't allowed, Craven. I will actually check for you. I believe it's possible they may actually be allowed, but you will die if you're in a space bike. So might not be the best option. Don't care, Nox for the win. Look, fair. I respect that. I believe they're coming around the back asteroid first. And we're off! Euro Trucker absolutely slamming it, getting past the formation. And now we begin. Let's have a look from the perspective of some of the racers as they begin their 30 minutes, as many laps as they can possibly do. Distortion's alive. We're going to see some carnage. I want to see what's going on with Data Machine. Oh, and listen, you can already hear it. Look at this race already. One of the more impressive looking races from player perspective. Making full use of that eye tracking. Right behind Axior, Data Machine is... No shots coming from them, though. But you can see the shots all around the place. Hopefully, if we do hear of any incidents, we should be able to check ourselves. Oh, what a turn around there. All right, let's go have a look at our good friend Splen. So Splen is in a score... Oh, no, a Hurricane, sorry. The tricks these guys pull off as they come around the corners are absolutely insane. Look at him go, Jesus. All right, let's just get a quick look from EchoBit's perspective. So it looks like we possibly might have lost a racer already. Yep, Euro Trucker is back at Grimhex. Euro Trucker was gone very quickly. We can see Herbie and Axior right around each other. Data Machine, Steve CC, they're flipping into those corners very quickly. Deployman not too far behind. Splend and Numenos more or less right next to each other, but we can see a little bit of fighting there between them and Ira. I'm going to say Ira. Cat 740, Salem Frost right next to each other. Zolna coming in from the back. Dynamite, I think is actually an official. These guys, ooh, Splend getting some combat on. Let's see if we get another perspective. Let's go check out Deployman. Oh, Deployman already missing a wing. Oh, that is not what you want to see, but you can see some big fighting coming across. Look at all of those shots. So Deployman is actually right behind Herbie right now. Herbie is Deployman's teammate in the C2. Originally, I believe they were going to run the C2 with a turret, and Deployment was going to run the turret, but for one reason or another, that didn't end up happening. But an important thing about this is you don't need to win in the arrow. You can just make sure your C2 wins. So it brings in this nice sort of interaction where you could theoretically have one teammate more kitted out for combat, one teammate more kitted out for speed, and then you're just there to protect them. These racers have been practicing for the last couple of weeks, so they may have certain perspectives that I don't, but it does appear to be that way for me. I've just been watching the really fast guys. I've been watching Splen. I've been watching some people get as much time as they can on this race. But it's very different when the distortions go active. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's have a look at Euro Trucker, making sure that he is actually a Grimhex. Yep. Euro Trucker is Gonski's getting back in the Hawk, gonna come all the way back. Let's have a gander at AGT. So this is the Cutlass Blue. Currently firing at Splen. Oh, making great use of those VTOL controls. He did actually pop into chat earlier and did say that those VTOL thrusts are probably what's going to inch him forwards. Choosing their targets very carefully. I would actually love to hear the comms of some of these players. AGT Mad Cat using some time in the race to instead shoot people. Let me know that he's got that 30G boost. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, they are trying to focus on Splen. Now, Splen, like I said, is probably going to be the fastest racer on the track here. Whether or not they're going to be the most combat efficient is up for debate. So, unfortunately, I don't have any results coming in just yet. Let me see if there is anything I could possibly do about that. As it may just be some type of issue. Here we go. So they may not be coming up on the stream, but I do have some stuff on the phone. All right, so here we go. Currently in the lead is XGR with Data Machine. They have a I can't tell. Oh, right, there we go. It's very weird looking at my phone. They are currently on 8 laps. The Original Hawks are on 7. Disaster Courier Services are on 7. Sire Racing are on 7. A Close Shave is on 6. Cirrusone also just pulled into 7. Punch Buggy just pulled into 7. Looks like everyone's getting that 7th lap around. Pink Party Panthers 6. Other Punch Buggy, which is the C2, is in 5. And Euro Trucker, of course, got 1 lap before he died at Grimhex. And we are only 5 minutes and 50 into it, so we're going to see probably in the order of 50 laps. Does my math work? No. 30 laps. Probably in the... No. What? How does math work, chat? If someone's done 9 laps in 6 minutes, we're going to see a lot of laps from these contestants. Exactly, Mitch. What would be the best strat? Racy, shooty combination of the two. That's why I think the Scorpius was actually a really good choice here. And we saw 3 of the teams bring the Scorpius into it. And, I mean, they seem to be doing really good work. If I remember, XGR, what are they in? XGR are in the Razor LX and the Mustang Gamma. Specifically, it is Data Machine in first with 10 laps. So that is the Razor LX. The Razor LX currently leading the entire pack right now. Which is very interesting. Maybe it's just all about avoiding the enemies. That's a normal thing, right? More or less. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly do one thing, which unfortunately means I need to swap to this thing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just making sure that I get the results in an easier spot for myself. There we go. All right, let's get back into the action. Alrighty. Let's have a look around. Let's go check out Cats. Is Cats driving the Cutlass Blue, I believe? No. Oh, this is the Super Hornet, I believe. There you go. They've got their own little timer up on the left, which is nice. You love to see that. If any of you at home, by the way, want to, help with the Crocs Cup or anything like that, maybe with some camera perspectives, should hit up the Discord. The Crocs Cup Discord specifically, not mine. Going around these turns is absolutely insane. You can see that a lot of people are using their eye tracking software if they have it to full effect. But just look at the G's that they're pulling off as they go around these corners. Not to mention that they've still got to avoid fire as much as possible. I wonder if we've had any other eliminations since we begun. There we go. Watch those turrets. Ooh, watch them go. Wait, this is the Scorpius, and Splen only has 2 guns. Are we missing some wings on the Scorpius, perhaps? Or was that a choice to only use 4 guns? Oh, no, this is the Hurricane. My apologies. I keep thinking Splen's using the Scorpius. Sorry. Everything makes sense. Disregard what I was saying. Now let's check out someone who is using the Scorpius. Which I believe... Nope, that's the other side of the Hurricane. Now, it is just so much firepower on those vehicles. Neojet, I believe Sire are using a Scorpius. There we go. And they've actually got their wings tucked in. I wonder what the choice for that is. Maybe it's just to allow for less collision? I'm not 100% sure. We've actually got a lot of races that are very close to each other. We're seeing a lot of races that are on roughly lap number 7. Sorry, lap number 11 right now. So as an update, we've got XGR Data Machine in lap 15. Disaster Courier Service lap 15. Right on their butts. So we're looking at Steve CC and Data Machine. We're going to be watching that. You can see them right now. They are more or less right behind each other. We have Neojet in Sire Racing, which is who we are watching right now with Salem Frost. They are very close as well, but they're in lap 13. Dollar Store EX and Splen also lap number 13. So we've got a Scorpius and a Hurricane right on top of each other right now. Deployman from Punch Buggy in lap number 12. We have Pink Party Panthers in lap 12. Cyracone or Cyracone in lap number 11. We got Herbie in the C2 in lap number 9. Axior from the original Hawks, lap number 8. Numinos, lap number 8. Zolna from A Close Shave, lap number 6. And Eurotrucker did end up getting back into it and is currently in lap number 6. And just so we know sort of what speeds we're talking about right here, we're looking at... Oh, hello! Development. Steve CC has gotten past XGR. Data Machine. Steve CC on lap number 17 right now. XGR still on lap number 16. In fact, I don't know exact... Whoa! I completely missed that! What happened? GG Scorpius, away it goes. I was looking at results. I have no idea what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. Unfortunate for Team Sire. That's an explosion for them, so they're going to lose a lot of positions here. But they'll still probably be able to get back in a relatively quick time and get some points back on the board. Let's have a quick look at Steve CC, if we have his perspective available. It looks like we don't, unfortunately. So instead, let's have a look at Data Machine. Yeah. Data Machine currently in second place position. Oh yeah, you're the other team member, aren't you, Madcap? Well, for now, we'll have a look at Data Machine. Like I said, Data Machine and oh, my brain. And Team Disaster Courier Services right behind each other. So yeah, what I was trying to say before we saw that explosion, Data Machine, we've been having these fast laps. So most people are doing laps about 35 seconds, 45 seconds, somewhere within that range, with some variations. Like the C2 is taking a little bit longer to get through laps. We saw Data Machine getting these really, really fast laps, and then we saw a lap of 1:20. So I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Maybe started going a wrong way, maybe got distorted, took a while for them to get back into the swing of things, but they are still live at the moment. Lap number 20 now for Disaster Courier Services, which is Mad Cat and Steve CC. Oh, listen to those guns. Hydrogen fuel at 50%. Now that is actually genuinely important, ladies and gentlemen, because we are only right now 13 minutes into the race. So they're either going to have to stop using their boost as much, or they might have to actually go for a pit stop, which will be back-breaking because it's so close. If they can get to 26 minutes, like using the boost as much as they can right now, then I think step off the gas, give it some time. Didn't think fuel was going to come into it, but there you go. It's not just distortion weapons. Fuel prices are affecting in-game as well. Alright, Mad Cat. So currently in first place position, Mad Cat and Steve CC in the Cutlass Blue. The Cutlass Blue is winning the race. Mad Cat going third person just to show us what it looks like. This VTOL, these guys have clearly discovered something that the other competitors have not. I would love to get a look at how much fuel these guys have though, because using this much VTOL clearly can't be great for your engines, but whatever else they're doing is fantastic. 65% fuel, so that should get them all the way there, barring any weird things happening, as we are at... What time are we at now? We're at 14:30. We're approaching the halfway mark. We're at 22 laps for Disaster Courier Services, 21 for XGR, 20 for Dollar Store EX, 16 for Pink Party Panthers, 15 for Sire Racing, 14 for the original Hawks, 14 for Syracone. Punch Buggy, Herbie, and Deployman are in 13 and 12 respectively. The other XGR team member is at 11. Zolna from A Close Shave is at 10, and Eurotrucker is at 6. Yeah, lights and sirens. You got to slam them because that guarantees a win. That's just how it works. You flip on the sirens, everyone that's in front of you has to slow down so you can go past them. It's just how it works. Now, I'm going to have a quick gander. There is a little incident report thing that we have in the Discord. Let's have a look, see if they're... Other than the 2 explosions that we've seen. So here we go. So... Since the beginning of the race, this is what we've seen. So Euro Trucker lost their ship. Katz was disabled. Zuminos was disabled. Zolna was destroyed. Axior was destroyed. Numinos was destroyed. And Neojet, we just saw earlier, was destroyed. Let's see how spread out the race is at the moment. Also, hello again, Bar Citizen Melbourne. Hope you guys are having a fantastic time. Hope you guys are rooting. I don't know if you can hear me, but can I hear some hype for the Crux Cup? Just like a... that'll do me. I'm good for that. Where is Echobit? Watch them go around the track now. They are fairly well spread out. You can see Herbie, Data Machine, and Cats, though. They're in a tight little pack there. You're probably going to see some exchanges of fire from them. We also have Deployman and Steve CC. They're quite close to each other. Steve CC still in first place position. Deployman taking some wide turns out there. We've got sort of 2 packs forming there. One in the north corner, one in the south corner. We're seeing lots of shooting coming around. We have one right now in Melbourne, Ace Man. Hopefully, we'll organize one for Sydney. A Bar Citizen in Sydney would be fantastic. And hey, maybe we can even do something like this again. I am also not in Melbourne, Nameless. But it's good to know that there is a Bar Citizen going on in Melbourne. Let's make sure we get some pictures too, yeah, guys? Get some pictures. Want to see some of the Australian community. Let's go have a look at Axior. Axior is a player that I was very interested to see because they're using a very unconventional vehicle. They're using the 85X. I have not seen this vehicle almost ever used. Currently, they're coming, was that 5th with 19 laps completed. Their last lap was 38 seconds, which is a respectable lap. The current leader, Steve CC, is getting 39 seconds. Data Machine had a 37 seconds. They're in that really, really nice section. Finally, the 85X actually getting some use. Yeah, 100% Naylor. That is an actually really, really good point. The fuel usage on the 85X is practically non-existent. They are completely fine. But they're taking in some G's. I don't know how their offensive capabilities are going, but they've got the speed. Steve CC currently whoa! We timed that well. Spinning out. Looks like no serious damage to the vehicle, though. It is not a virtual Bar Citizen. It is a real Bar Citizen. If any of the... I don't quite know the name of the bar. If any of the guys watching over at the Bar Citizen can pop into my chat, just let Ace Man know the name of the bar. That'd be fantastic. Jeez, look at those shots going from Splen towards Herbie. It is a choice, trying to take down the C2. I'm not sure it's going to work for him, but... maybe it'll bring down the power just enough. So there we go. So that's the look at the 85X. Let's check back in with Mad Cat. Current leaders of the race in the Cutlass. These guys are on lap number 30. At 19 and a half minutes, they have done 30 laps. These guys... whoa! Every time I look towards the race results, something happens. They just lost their back left engine. That is huge. That is massive. So these guys had a huge lead. I don't know if they're going to be able to deal now. That is massive. That means their VTOL is not going to be as good. They're going to be probably spinning around when they try to do it. They may have no option but to head back to Grimhex. They are pitting. There we go from Mad Cat himself. Those guys are going to pit. That's going to be them losing their first place position, most likely, which means we're going to go check Splen because Data Machine has dropped again in the rankings. We now have Dollar Store EX with Splen in second and XGR with Data Machine in the third. So let's go have a look at Splen. I forget who Splen's teammate was. We'll just watch Splen. Difficulty level increased. So there we go. So Splen now currently in second, actually probably going to make the way towards first. Before they started going for the pit, they were at 31 laps, Steve CC and Mad Cat were. So 29 laps currently for Splen and Dollar Store. So what they can do. They just hit 30. Let's have a look from Dollar Store's perspective. So very interesting. We saw, so like we're already obviously learning a lot about this track. Firstly, we're learning that the colorless colorless blue, not the worst choice for this kind of race, but that loss to the engine is literally backbreaking. You're gonna have to bring that into perspective as well, is how tough is your hull? How much can you afford accidentally spinning into a rock? I feel like a vehicle like the Hurricane, probably a bit more stable in that sense. 100% Mad Cat, you do save a lot of time by not having to actually fully respawn. But yeah, you're going to lose a couple of laps probably to Splen. They're going to overtake you very soon, but you're still going to be in the running for top 3 100%. 100% Robo, yeah, Color's definitely doing much better than I had expected. But awesome to see. Awesome to see the Cutlass Blue have a use. I said it. I'll tell you what I can do, chat, because I'm a genius. I can actually show you guys the results. I'm just going to be a bit weird about it. Which one is it? It is race time stream overlay. There we go. So you can actually see the results this way. I'm just going to clean this up and put this in the top corner. I also may swap between it and the other section. But there you go. Hello there, Gal. Yes, it is a distortion race, so we're trying out for the very next Crux Cup large event. This is a 30-minute basically test to see just how races like this go when you have distortions active, and it has honestly been one of the best races I've ever watched. If we go back to Echo Bit's perspective and then we watch some of these races, it is actually so sick. Big fan. Betrayed by the no service bug? No! Oh, Mad Cat, not in a great way. So here you go, once again. So this is the Scarlet Apex little map here around this asteroid. 85 kilometers away from Grimhex. It's a nice little track. Oh, we just saw a Euro Trucker smash off one of those EMPs. Hadn't actually seen one of those deployed yet. I think Euro Trucker trying to get Herbie down with the EMP possibly, which is a choice. I don't think a Hawk EMP is going to do too much to a C2. Possibly they were trying to get someone else, but just missed. I feel like that is more likely. Okay. I've got to do that. Or it's not going to update. No worries. Doing some shenanigans. Let's watch Deployman again. Deployman still lost that wing, but not doing too badly, regardless. Which is nice to see that everything's working. What did I just do? There you go. This one. Let's try to fix this so you guys can read it. Just like there. There we go. So in the past, we have had this like as part of a proper overlay. It's just for whatever reason today, it's not working. Perfect. Look at the quality of Deployed Man's game as well, though. Are we sure he's playing Star Citizen at the moment? That's my question. So Splend, Dollar EX did, of course, get into 37th lap, did get past Steve CC. We're still a 31st lap. Those guys are having some issues repairing. But Data Machine is right on them. Let's go look from Data Machine's perspective. Having a race this close with only roughly 4 minutes left in the race is kind of insane. Jeez, listen to those bullets. Just as a quick kind of fun thing that was announced at the beginning of the players meeting. One thing that I really enjoy that these guys do is they add in some very fun rules. So one of the rules that they added in today is if there was outside interference by some, you know, bounty hunters or pirates or what have you, well, everyone's kitted with distortions. So we have a lot of combat on the field. Apparently, for every person that they would kill, they would award 10 laps if they killed any pirates or something like that, which I love. That's fantastic. It's a great way to do it. That way you can still continue the race. You can just be like, all right, go kill this pirate. I love it. Well, that Data Machine has just gotten ahead, is now on lap number 40. Still displaying a Splendid first. Maybe it was updated late. Ooh, if I am correct, that is a 1.2 second difference in race time between Splend and Data Machine for their 40th lap. That is insane. That is crazy. These guys are right on top of each other. Pit failed. Ooh, not great news from Mad Cat. They have now been pushed to 5th place currently. They may still be able to maintain that. We've only got a little over 2 minutes left in the race. And 6th place is Sire Racing, and they're only at 26 laps. So they're going to do 5 laps in that amount of time. They may be able to. I'm not 100% sure. But it does suck to see that. At least it is in a test race. There are still some prizes up for grabs, but it's not the proper Crux Cup. So, well done, guys, regardless. But now it's about Splend v Data Machine. It's about Dollar Easy v XGR. Now, XGR, these guys have been pulling off some absolutely amazing racing events, and Splend has been crushing them. So there already is sort of like a little bit of rivalry there. Speaking of, let's go have a look at Dollar Easy, who is the turret gunner for Splend. Only a minute and a half left. There is no reason to target anyone except for Data Machine right now. Get him out of the race. Ooh. See, this just shows, look at the G's that these guys are pulling off. They're on 42 laps. Oh, excuse me. 42 laps. 43 laps. Take that, actually. Sorry. My apologies. And they're still right on each other. I mean, we're watching them right now. They're right there. Getting some solid hits in. We're losing a little bit of quality here, but we can see this is Dollar Store Easy, turret gunner for Splend for Dollar Store EX, shooting at Data Machine. This is going to be a nail biter. 30 seconds left. 44 laps for Data Machine. Pulls ahead of Splend. Only way they can get past this is if they can complete another lap. I don't know if they can do that in 20 seconds. Nine seconds. Just taking it nice and slow, making sure they get through. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 30 minutes. I will get a confirmation that that is the start of the end of the race. But I do believe that that is a congratulations for Data Machine running for XGR. Team XGR are probably going to take this one down. Second place, we have Splen and Dollar Store Easy and Dollar Store EX. Deployman, a member of my community, said he had 1 day to practice this race as part of Punch Buggy, which is Herbie and Deployman's team. See Herbie at the start in 7. They actually look like they've made it in 3rd with 36 laps, which is really, really good. We were seeing Deployman and Herbie were actually much lower in the rankings a fair bit earlier, but they were able to stabilize. So great job, guys. Axior from the original Hawks is also 36 laps, 4th place. Now, once again, we will get confirmation that these are the correct positionings, so don't take my word for everything, but I do believe that XGR have at least one. Steve CC with Disaster Courier Services. These are the Cutlass Blue guys. They were having an absolutely amazing race. They were crushing it. They were 31 laps, but they lost an engine. But I think going forward with this race, we're probably going to see a lot more Cutlass Blues. Possibly even Cutlass Blacks. I don't know. I believe the Cutlass Blue does come with an EMP, if I'm not mistaken, so that could be an advantage. Or they just wanted it for the fancy lights. But, yeah. VTOL might be the strat. Oh! You need to show off the explosions. Let's go to Echo Bit's perspective while we're reading out the rest of the results. There we go. Quantum Dampener, that's right, sorry, yes. Doesn't have an EMP. We picked the most lurid paint and lights we could. It's a distraction, that's the idea. Alright, continuing on. Sire Racing, Neojet and Salem Frost, some absolutely legends of the racing community. They managed to get there in 6th. Also in a Scorpius. The Scorpiuses actually didn't do too well today. I was expecting the Scorpiuses to completely crush the competition, but they ended up not getting there. We saw, I believe we saw one explode, if I'm not mistaken. And then it looks like the speeds just aren't there. We're seeing like 40 to 50 second lap times. Maybe these smaller ships are just a little bit more agile, and that's going to get you there. In 7th, we have Herbie from Punch Buggy getting 30 laps. Great job. In 8th, we have Sirasone Masolad getting 28 laps. Zolnar from A Close Shave getting 26. Numinos, the other member of XGR, getting 26. Pink Party Panthers getting 21. And Euro Trucker, who we did see explode on the first lap, though absolutely crushed it out of the gate, getting 20 laps. So there you go. Absolutely insane. I really like this race. What do you guys think? What would you change to this race? I thought that went pretty well. Obviously, we want to talk to the racers as well, because the racers will be the ones that can actually let us know a bit more, but it's definitely very entertaining. I would love to get some camera views from certain corners. That'd be fantastic. I think that'd be great to see. But it's fast. The addition of distortions is awesome. I want to see more of that. If you guys didn't know, lore-wise, I don't remember the name of the race, but there is lore-wise a race that is very popular that is also supposed to allow distortions. So this is, you know, sort of a way of honoring that more or less. Maybe use a different ship if I could have farmed more in time. You should have just asked me for money, Herbie. Should have just asked me for money. But there we go. Let's go back to this view. So pretty dope. Pretty dope. Crux Cup, man. Crux Cup's always awesome. I'm going to see if our good friend... I'm going to hop into the Stream Team Discord. So Data Machine absolutely crushing it today. Yeah, lots of familiar names, lots of big racing names. We're seeing them more and more often, so we are getting a very good perspective of who is actually an amazing racer in here. Do I have... Echo Bit, are you in chat? No worries, Echo. In that case, I might talk to... Oh, hello, Echo. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you, Crunchy?
Very good. That is a very entertaining race. I think you've done a fantastic job with that track.
It worked out very well. I'm very happy with the results. The data looks good for setting up a much larger scale event.
So what are your initial thoughts? Anything you would change?
So immediately we need a party manager. One of the issues I encountered is I'm trying to view and race direct. So we'll incorporate a party manager that can do all of that while I have a recorded point of view.
Mm-hmm. I will say, it seemed very fair in terms of different vehicle classifications for the most part. As in, we saw the Hurricane, the Scorpius, the 85X. Like, we saw some pretty crazy vehicles going like relatively close in laps, which is very cool to see.
It was amazing to see the Cutlass Blue and the Razor LX head to head when they're total opposites. How crazy was that?
Yeah, right on top of each other for the majority of the race. That was like until the unfortunate thing happened with the Cutlass Blue. Yeah, it was crazy to see. That's really awesome. Which is that's the kind of race I want. You get more of these sort of options for, you know, really whatever vehicle you want to bring in. I will say, Herbie, I have no idea why you chose a C2. It was a questionable. Yeah, sweet. So what are we thinking? We thinking similar to Ahimari Ring, a qualifier section and something like that?
Practices, yep. I will give them more grid placements. I want to add in classes as well. Because this was completely classless, unrestricted. So I think having some divisions would be nice so that there can be more prizes.
Yeah, for sure. I also, the track is amazing, but it is relatively small. So I wouldn't mind, just my 2 cents, I wouldn't mind seeing, oh my god, I can't remember what the name of the word is. Like pools of 10. Tournament style thing. I don't know why my brain's not working.
Yeah, just
something like that would probably be more interesting.
Maybe a class limit per pool, and then then it's like a pretty fair race. I like it. It's very consistent. It'd
be interesting. It's also, there's so many. Oh, sorry. I just really love this race. It's really cool. There's so many options. I was saying to chat earlier, because you do need to decide between speed and offensive capability, but it also means if you're running a 2-vehicle team, that you can go theoretically one person prioritizing the offensive capabilities, one person prioritizing speed, and just pave the way for the fast vehicle. Just make sure it can get through. It's awesome. Absolutely love it.
Really good to see the turret gunners working it, and some disables as well. Makes me happy. It makes me
quite a few disables, right? I haven't looked at the incident report since like halfway through the race. So we also had Cats disabled and a ship collision. Ooh. We had Numenos disabled. Steve CC got destroyed, which we saw. And Euro Trucker also got destroyed. That guy just always explodes.
Yeah. Good effort from everyone.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was really good.
We got the results. You've already seen them. They're in general if you need them again. But yeah, Data Machine, XGR, Splen, Dollar Store, and third is Axor, the original Hawks. So congrats to all races. Of course, first we'll be getting a LTR Herald.
Awesome. So you guys heard it. So there are your winners. We've got Data Machine from XGR. We've got Splen. He's literally unstoppable. I don't know where Diplomat was. Come on, Diplomat. Jeez. I'm actually going to call Diplomat out right now. Sorry, let me have a look in general again. I just had to double check because I immediately forgot. Oh, hey, Diplomat's in my chat. Hey, Diplomat, why weren't you racing? Look at this guy. Sorry, so once again, to confirm, so we had Data Machine winning that one in the XGR, 47 laps with the Razor LX. Splen and Dollar Store, 46 laps. They go, sorry, excuse me, my brain did not work just then. They came in second with 46 laps. Axior in the 85X, we were watching that for a while. That is an amazing vehicle to watch race this sort of thing. Actually came third. The 85X came third. Literally on par with the vast majority of races there. Like we were saying just then, with EchoBit, was able to keep up with the Cutlass Blue up until the Cutlass Blue lost their engine. So, pretty nasty. Yeah. Deployman, member of this community and part of Punch Buggy, you did unfortunately come fourth, so you will be banned from my chat. I'm sorry. That's the punishment you receive. There we go. So I'm gonna have I don't think I've actually once talked about the prizes for today, because the prizes for today were a little bit different from the prizes of the original Crocs Cup. Because once again, this is more or less a practice for us to figure out just how good the track is. So let's have a look at it now. Well, that's chaotic. Why is the chat there? There we go. So, oh my god, the board is there too. I am a really good streamer. So these are the prizes that we're seeing. So first place for the race itself is the Herald, the Mardigan Special, as we call it. In addition to that, though, Judge to cause the most carnage. I don't know when that judging is going to be taking place, but someone is going to be going home with the brand new Legionnaire. And why not a mule chucked in there to submit your time to scr.gg, which we always love. And there we have it. Did you enjoy it, chat? Did you like it? You came fourth. The other community member was Herbie from us. But there you have it, guys. If Data can hear me, we're talking general. At Data. See if we can get him on stream for a bit. Just ask him what he thinks of the race. Like the bit with the spaceships. Me too. That was really entertaining. So yeah, I would actually really love to see. I still can't think of the word. Does anyone remember the word? It's like you have like a pool of like 6 people and the top 3 advance. I just cannot think of the word. My brain is... I'm losing my mind. No, not a round robin. Like you have like 4 groups of 6 or some like number, and like the group of 6 goes. Herbie won the raffle, and there you go, Herbie. Get yourself the raffle win. No, not elimination. Oh my god. The people at Bar Citizen Melbourne are yelling at me right now. No, it's not called a pool. Oh my god. What's it called? Why can't I... Oh, I don't remember at all. I do not remember at all. Just waiting to see if Data Machine wants to chat on stream. If you have any suggestions for what you would like to see for the Scarlet Apex, let us know as well. Explain. So, like, let's say you have 4 groups of people, right? And, like, one group does their tournament, and, like, the top 3 advance. And then the next group of people, Heat! Thank you, Craven! Oh my god. Ah! A Heat, yes. I would love to see. It might not be the way that it ends up doing, but I think this race definitely does lend itself towards doing heats and advancing forward like that. And we did see with XGR that it was a pretty solid way of doing it. Data, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, except watching your amazing win just then. With a vehicle that I didn't expect to win the whole thing. Jeez.
Did you see me completely lose it on the second to last lap? He called me overall leader and then white lap. And I was like, yeah, it's the last lap. And I blew through the finish line like I thought I was winning. It was like, complete the last lap. Like, oh,
I do believe we did actually catch it, yes. Which was pretty crazy. So, currently, you're the best racer at Scarlet Apex, 100%. What do you think? What do you think of the track? What do you think of the race? How was it to actually be in? How did it feel?
It was a lot of fun. I had some really close, almost near collisions with people that I didn't really see because I was flying like nose pointed toward the asteroid for like 80% of the time. So I guess I got kind of lucky there, and I didn't get shot at very much except by Splin on the last lap. He was lighting me up big time. So I don't know if it's because they had bigger targets or because since I was such a small ship and I was running with my weapons turned off, maybe they just couldn't see me until I was already past them. I don't know.
Right. So you've taken this vehicle. Obviously, this vehicle's done a really good job. I don't know if you saw or are aware. It looks like the meta vehicle for this race might actually be the Cutlass Blue. What do you think about that? Would there be any other vehicle you would like to try to race this race with?
Honestly, I think the Herald would be hilarious because I think if you can keep your thruster, into the turn, I think you could be really fast. But I was surprised at how quick the Cutlass was around the track. Steve CC was in front of me at the start, and I had a lot of trouble passing him. And I think some of that had to do with him going into VTOL mode. And he was
so we were watching him for the vast majority of race. They would flip VTOL pretty much every turn, and it was crazy. Like the amount of speed that they would get, the turns that they would get was really nuts. Unfortunately, it didn't end up being their undoing when they lost an engine after lap 31. And were unfortunately also unable to repair. But they were leading the race the entire time, so if they didn't win that engine, then we wouldn't be talking to you right now, Data, unfortunately. So
that's how it goes, things happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good to hear you enjoy the race, and I'm sure we'll see you when Scarlet Apex goes technically official. I don't know, this felt like a pretty official race, but when it goes a bit more hardcore, let's say. And yeah, maybe we'll see you in a Herald.
Maybe you will. We'll see how I stack up to some of the other competition if we get Black Maze out here. I don't know.
True. Black Maze didn't participate today. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Or Diplomat. Diplomat was asleep like a coward.
Flying under the radar.
Yeah, 100%. Well, as we saw, because I believe you were also part of the XGR Stanton Cup last week. And Diplomat just like edged it out, just because he's consistent, and that's it. He didn't really do anything else. Wasn't particularly crazy fast or anything.
Yeah, I think he came in 5.65 or something like that. And
some variation of that.
Everybody else had one crash out, I believe.
Yeah. Awesome. And of course, we'll see you at Stanton 7 next week.
Yes, you will. I'm looking forward to that race. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be chaos.
It's going to be chaos, yeah.
It's going to be insane.
Fun kind of chaos.
Yeah, for sure. All right, awesome. Cheers, Data.
Sorry, pro tip, stay away from the trees.
Yes. Very much so. Awesome, man. Good to chat to you again, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Your fastest lap was 29 seconds. Jesus. Bloody hell. All right, where's Splen? Let's get Splen in here. That's Splen. Yo, wanna talk? Fast lap? That's crazy. 37 seconds is our last lap with a missing engine. Wait, you completed that lap with a missing engine, Mad Cat? That's chaotic. That's messed up. I also do have a little bit of extra confirmation about the most carnage prize. Like when we showed the prizes. Let me jump them in again. This one? Yeah. We did have a judge to have caused most carnage. And that one, I believe I was just told, was won by Splen and Dollar Store. Splen and Dollar Store absolutely crushing it. So those guys do, in fact, win themselves a Legionnaire. Oh, yeah. What am I doing? Messing up everything. Where the fastest lap of anyone deployed has a 9-second lap on the board, which is probably... Yeah, that's definitely wrong. We saw him reclaim the ship, and it removed the torque imbalance, so we were slower but controllable, even though we couldn't get the engine back. Fair enough. Tank battle is tomorrow. We're doing a tank battle on stream tomorrow. I still don't know what the prize is. It's most likely going to be at least a hover quad. Yeah, something like that. Cool. I'm just waiting to see if we can talk to Splen. He's one of the best racers in the verse at the moment. I'd love to see his perspective on if he thinks the Hurricane was a good choice. It was the only one wearing a Hurricane. Very much you comment, yes. What did you guys think? What would you like to see changed for Scarlet Apex? Also, what did you like about, you know, the stream itself? When it is a more official event, I will have a second commentator with us. Alrighty, Dollar Store and Splen. Good job, guys. You managed to pull out second place position today. Yeah, how'd you like the race? What do you think?
Absolutely incredible.
It's a fun race.
It is good to see finally having some flying. Like, we've been seeing a lot of flying races recently, especially with XGR and whatnot. But actually having access to weapons that do not immediately kill you is nice. It brings a lot into it. Dollar Store, you were in the turret today. How many did you take out? I need to know.
I'm not sure the final number. I know we were on Cats pretty rough, but he kept coming up. Obviously, we were trying to pin down Data Machine, but that Razor is small and fast, and it was just a nightmare. We thought we got him on that last bit, but it turns out he had that extra lap under him, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, just managed to squeeze it out. Splen, you're one of the best racers in the community, if not the best racer in the community at the moment. The Hurricane.
Yeah.
Why? I just want to know why. Because we saw a lot of weird racing, lots of weird vehicle choices, like a lot of weird vehicle choices today. And the Hurricane is actually not one that I expected to see there. What does it have over some of the other vehicles?
All right, so when we're talking about, you know, the vehicle to choose when you're a two-man team, somebody wants to be in the turret. Scorpius, of course, comes to mind, right? That's the new thing. But looking at the numbers, the Hurricane has better accelerations across the board. Not only combined accelerations, but mains, ups and downs. And because of the very circular nature of the track, the Hurricane was the better choice. And ended up being faster around turns than the Scorpius, which we did. You know, everyone else was running a Scorpius. We basically ran inside circles on them. So it was just better for maneuvering, and I wanted to capitalize on my abilities. You know, I'm a 0G racer at heart, so I figured if we're going to do a two-man ship, let's pick the best one that fits both of our capabilities, and that's the one.
Awesome. Now, the actual question. So, obviously, you now have got some experience with the race. You've seen some other vehicles that people are choosing. So, 100% you're going to be using the Cutlass Blue, right?
Yeah, right. That's the one. That's the play. 100%.
Yeah. It's awesome. I expect to see lots of Cutlass Blues. The other sort of question on a similar vein, why not two vehicles?
Well, I mean, okay, Dollar Store has just started playing Star Citizen within the last few months. He has no sticks, and this is like, he's mostly a logistics kind of, he's my logistics guy for racing. He's in charge of moving stuff around. But, I mean, he's played enough FPS games, he's good at shooting things. So we wanted to capitalize on that. You know, I asked him first and foremost, as the person who supports me heaviest when I do my streaming, hey, do you want to be a part of this? And he graciously accepted. And so I worked my hardest to give him a role that I knew he could capitalize on.
In fact, I put my first race time up today. I'm currently might be the bottom of the race we just did on the time trial.
Hey, a time up is a time up. That's still good.
That's right.
On the board. Unfortunately, I do believe the mule has been given out already.
It has,
and that was won by Herbie, but
and very much well deserved. That Crusader or that Herc
the
was
C2
to drive around.
Yeah, that was the real challenge. Was trying not to run into that Herc when going around the tank.
Oh man!
Shoot it and just go. No, it's not. I can't. It's sealed. We're just gonna leave.
Awesome. All right, starting with Splen, what, if any, improvements would you like to see in this race?
So, with the way that the combat meta is, and how, you know, it's hard to hit small ships, and hopefully this desync goes away, so it's not so bad. I was surprised to see the Razor, and you know, that was Data Machine ship, last this long fuel-wise. I think 30 minutes is a little short. To force a pit stop for the smaller ships, to give a reason for picking the bigger ships, I think we should go to 45 or 60 minutes on the race. That would force a pit stop for people who don't have the big fuel tanks. I think that would balance it out perfectly. Then you have a reason to choose a big ship because it has a bigger fuel tank, or you have a reason to take a smaller ship if you think you could do a really tight pit stop and come back and try to capitalize on the fact that you're faster.
I will make a I agree for the most part. I will make a small comment on that the 85X has an insanely large fuel tank, and we saw it perform really well today. So you might actually get in the instance that small vehicle might actually take away in that sort of sense. But for the most part, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, in that same vein, the 85X has been a confirmed, not touched yet ship that's going to get a serious rework, because right now it's at the top of all the racing leaderboards. Shouldn't be there. It's a car. It's a Honda Civic.
It's a car, yes. Dollar Store, what about you?
I think I have a similar approach to there. Like, just trying to, like, when we're doing the numbers before today and test, or at the beginning of today and testing, we were really leaning into the fact that we wouldn't have to leave the track. And I don't know if, like, changing, maybe if time isn't the solution, maybe categories. So there's different, you have a small ship division, something like that. Or maybe just as the ship roster increases and there's more options, maybe there's an interesting kind of meta that exists there.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Easy. All right, well, it's always good to see you guys, especially you, Splen, as you continue to crush the racing leaderboards. And now with your partner in crime, Dollar Store, we'll hopefully see you when Scarlet Apex goes... I keep saying going, like, official, but this is official today, right? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
but
it
either way...
impressed him enough to put it into stone, so, hey, that's great.
Yeah. Awesome. Cheers, guys. Thank you for joining, and great job.
Of course, take it
Thank
easy.
you for having us.
Dollar Store easy.
Get out. Get banned from my chat. Anyway, I think that's going to be it, guys. I'm just going to confirm with Echo Bit if there's anything else he wants to chat about. But that was an amazing race. I right now absolutely love this racetrack. I love the distortions. We had so many different vehicles perform so well throughout the entire course of the race. And yeah, I was really impressed, and I hope you guys were too. That's going to be it for today. Hopefully, we'll see you when Scarlet Apex goes official Crux Cup sometime in the next 6 months. Obviously, there'll be posts from everywhere. There'll be posts on Spectrum. I'll convince Echo Bit to spam it on Twitter, on Reddit, all that sort of stuff. And should be a good time. And if you want to join, make sure you hit up that Discord. Easy. Cool. I've been Crunchy. Thank you very much once again, everyone. Everyone at Bar Citizen Melbourne, have a fantastic rest of your Bar Citizen. Chat, this is your opportunity to say 07 to Melbourne in chat if you want to. And yeah, have a fantastic one, guys. It was really good. I liked it. I'm just going to stand here for a while. I hope no one minds. And as you comic redeems read a motivational speech, I'm going to head out. See you guys.